What is happening? What is happening? I'm assuming we're not going to have any sound issues tonight, so I'm not going to worry too much about doing a sound check. But you guys, please in the chat, let me know if you don't have good sound. We got all this fancy sound equipment, so if we don't have good sound right now, I'm going to be thoroughly disappointed. Whoa, a little camera adjustment there. What the heck? Get on your game. Can you hear me through your earphones? Oh, that's your phone. What's going on? Oh, Colby checking in. So, you guys, tonight, obviously, Mrs. Whiskey Bonnet is in the house. Mrs. Whiskey Bonnet, say hello.
Hi.
So, Joanna's with us tonight. If you guys saw on the little tile, we're going to be doing Booze News tonight. And if anybody feels super brave, you can click on the link in the description to the live or go to whiskeybonnet.com, click on the old Discord link, and we might be able to pull you in for a little live call in. That's a dice roll at best. But you know me, I like to roll the dice. But we got to work
It's
this.
always fun.
We got to work this stuff out because we do have a number of guests starting to line up. So we're starting to get guests line up that want to come on the live, which is very exciting and very cool, from distilleries and different bourbon groups, all kinds of different people, and I'm really excited to do that. Big Hov, whoever that is, Big Hov, where did we get the Redwood Empire tater tubes? If you'll notice,
they're not even up anymore, and you're still getting quit. Oh,
they're in the corner. One, that's hobby, and two, they're in the corner. I actually put them up there. You can see they're kind of out of the video for a reason. We got more questions on them damn tater tubes. Part of the reason I moved them is I don't have any more. There are no anymore. There are no anymore. There are no anymore tater tubes. So tonight we're gonna do. We may venture into the live call thing. I don't know, but we're actually gonna do freaking Booze News. We've actually got a structured. Look at it. Look at it. We actually have a structured thing.
Wow.
For tonight's live. I want to talk about
this stuff. Is that a Chat GPT?
No, it's not. Well, no, it's not. I did a little research using the old Chat GPT. I don't know if you guys are using the Chat GPT, but I've been using the Chat GPT a lot, and it's incredible. Grok, Grok. Put the name of your favorite AI assistant in the chat, but it really is incredible, the stuff that it can do. Let's see who else is in here. Cam's in here. Beefy McMahonstick, Aaron Howard. What's going on, guys? Mike, as always. Mike, thanks for the help with the tasting notes. Oh, Joyce was second, but she was waiting. Cameron was buying JD. Oh, well, Cameron got us a bottle of JD. I was hoping to get the 2025 Heritage. And I know it's supposed to be a regular release, but I don't care. I want it. Cam can get a good price on it, and we're just going to do it. We're going to do it. I should have sent Tom out for it. He seems to have the luck. Tom doesn't seem to be here right now. I understand that we're actually competing with another YouTuber for the Wednesday Night Lives. I've decided we're not going to move him for the time being. For the time being, we're not going to move him. Okay. I'm just not going to do it. So let's just dig right into it. It's actually my second story that I got here, but it's the thing that I thought was most interesting. This is going to be news to you. So this
I know nothing about this.
Booze News. I didn't tell you.
Surprise.
We need to get a catchy little jingle for Booze News. I just did it. I hope somebody recorded that. What I thought was super interesting. Tom has a work dinner. Boo. He'll have to watch the replay. Tom, watching the replay. Sorry you weren't here. Work. So Uncle Nearest, and please anybody correct me if I get this wrong, because I do get these things wrong. Uncle Nearest is a whiskey brand. Uncle Nearest was a someone who worked and taught Jack Daniels how to distill. He was actually, I don't know. I know he was a black gentleman back then, so he obviously wasn't allowed to have too much recognition, but apparently he had something to do. And I'm looking into the history of it. I thought it was interesting is Uncle Nearest is actually being sued by their creditors. And I thought this was interesting because it seems to be a story that's repeating. Like, some of these distilleries basically took out these giant loans, took on these creditors, took on these investors, and were looking to expand massively, and now are having a hard time paying these loans back. It says actually that Uncle Nearest is created in 2016 by Fawn and Keith Weaver. They're facing a $108 million lawsuit from their primary creditor, primarily for rotating credits, loan terms, line of credit, accrued interest. Dude, $108 million
that they owe to a creditor.
They're being sued for. Now, I don't know. What's up, Devin? I don't know how much $108 million is to a large distilling operation, or exactly how large Uncle Nearest is, but that sounds like a lot of money.
Sounds like it.
Sounds like trouble. I have it right here though. I love Fawn, the Weavers for Uncle Nearest. Their response was to say that those allegations are salacious and inaccurate. That sounds like trouble to me. Attributing the financial discrepancies to fraudulent actions by their former CFO, who was terminated after allegedly inflating barrel inventory reports to secure a $24 million credit increase without the Weaver's knowledge.
Wait. So the CFO, you said?
CFO
got fired by them
was terminated
because of this lawsuit?
No, for falsifying inventory reports. So one of the major assets of a distillery is their sitting inventory of barrels. They have value, their future projected value, so you can take out loans
But
on
the
the
loan
value.
suit came before or after this guy got fired?
So it became after the guy got fired. They're blaming him.
Ah, okay. Well, that's, I mean, a scapegoat right there.
Maybe. I mean, it's weird to say that they were attributing the financial discrepancies to fraudulent actions by the CEO, but then to also say the allegations are salacious and inaccurate. Which is it? It sounds like he admitted he did it. Now, not my fault. But $24 million does not add up to $108 million. It just seems a little weird. And then there was a little note in here about them making significant loan payments, including $9 million in 2024 and $7.5 million in 2025. Also,
did they borrow the money from a loan shark?
No. It says from Farm Credit Middle America is who's suing them anyway. I just thought I thought it was pretty interesting because I always look at the numbers behind the story. So we know that the lawsuit is $108 million. That's real. We know that the former CFO secured a $24 million credit increase. Those are big numbers. They made loan payments of $9 million in 2024 and then $7.5 million in 2025, which is less. Pretty interesting. I don't know how much it takes to go default on a $108 million lawsuit, but it sounds like you can't pay $7.5 million and keep it up to date. That's what's odd to me.
And the 20-something million was a part of this 108, or that's like a separate loan that they took out?
Well, allegedly, it doesn't necessarily say. It does say that there's a $67 million revolving credit. That's probably just for operations. A $22 million term loan, which may be the one that he took out. $24 million. They paid something back $22 million. And $15 million in real estate line of credit because they bought a Martha's Vineyard property through a separate LLC. Oh, violating loan agreements. Interesting. So,
yikes.
Yeah, so one way or the other, apparently they were overvaluing their net worth. It'll be interesting to see what happens with that. I mean, I don't want to see anybody go down, but it does seem to me that that's going to be something we're going to see ongoing. I mean, this is not the first one to file. Some of the other ones that got bought up by other major companies. Some of them got ahead of bankruptcy. I mean, obviously, it seems to me like Savage & Cook probably was headed in a bad direction. Sold to Purple Brands, sucked into Redwood Empire. I think there's going to be a lot of this contraction, eliminating of some different places. It'll be really interesting to see what happens with Uncle Nearest. If anybody's got any thoughts on that, I'd be curious to know.
I mean,
what
are
you
they
guys
a
think.
profitable operation? Like, do they do well? I mean, they must do well, right? They're
I would assume
national
so.
brand.
I mean, if they're making debt payments of $9 and $7 million, they're pulling in money. It sounds like it was expansion money. I mean, you're buying a property in Martha Vineyards. I'm just kind of curious as to what a $2.2 million gets you in Martha Vineyards. It doesn't seem like it's that much. So I don't know what was going on there.
Probably a shack.
We'd have to do a little bit more research. Is anybody really a fan of Uncle Nearest?
I've never had it.
Not to bash on Uncle Nearest. I've had one pour of Uncle Nearest ever. I had it in a bar, and it's one of those instances where I had it. It was okay. And then I just didn't go back to it. I feel like maybe I haven't given it a fair shake because I doubt that I had the best of what they have to offer. It'd be like trying Old Number 7 and then saying Jack's garbage.
Yeah, I've never had it.
To be fair, I wish Kenny was here. Kenny, where's the to be fair? If anybody's in the Discord, hit the to be fair button. Mike says Uncle Nearest in Tennessee is a beautiful facility for visiting concerts and food. They get their product from someplace else. Fauna's an incredible businesswoman and is looking to expand that property. Yeah, I hear that she is an incredible business person. It was actually named one of the top new distilleries recently. So I don't. We'll see. Hated my uncle got nearest to me. Yeah, Michael brings up a good point. They bought a winery, a brewery, and a cognac distillery in France.
Damn. Well, I mean,
you can do a lot with a $108 million loan.
I guess so.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It does feel like, to me, one of those cases of expanding too quickly. But as we saw with Barrel and all that controversy last year with Barrel Craft Spirits, and nothing came of it, it was obviously some form of a reorganization, restructuring, asset reallocation, liquidation, something like that. So just because there's bad news doesn't mean this is going to be the end of Uncle Nearest. I don't think that that's probably the case. I'm going to make a prediction. Uncle Nearest gets bought up by Brown Forman. That was my prediction. What's going on, Steve? A yellow. Yeah, Kids Up Whiskey. Colby says 108 million is a ton of whiskey bottles if your gross margin is $8 to $10 per bottle. Sounds like a possible forced sale or bankruptcy. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what it is. They can do restructuring. They can get new loans. They can sell off some of the assets like the Martha Vineyard property or the cognac. They can say, well, we're not going to be able to do the cognac distillery in France. Sell that off, contract a little bit, and maybe save things. We'll see. We'll see what will happen. I just think it's really, really interesting. But my official prediction is bought up by Brown-Forman. Makes sense to me. In the Jack Daniels family, Uncle Nearest, Jack Daniels, Brown-Forman. It just makes sense. And Brown-Forman's got bucks. Their stock's hurting right now, but they're a big company. You know, maybe we'll see.
Maybe we should invest.
Maybe I already bought some Brown-Forman stocks. Not doing that great.
Oh, so we're losing.
We're
big losers in that too.
Yes, we invested unsuccessfully in the Brown-Forman. I just, it sounded like it made sense to me because all of my other investments in Brown-Forman are not going well either because like I bought this, I invested in this item from Brown-Forman and then I opened it and it was worth $0.
Right.
So my investments in Brown-Forman are not going well in general.
I don't think you know how investments work.
Yeah, I don't think investing in whiskey is that's not how that works. No, so that's why we bought the stock in Brown-Forman. I thought I can't drink that. Maybe that'll go better. We'll see.
I mean, it's more enjoyable than just losing your money in the stock.
That's true. It's kind of like going to the casino and gambling. I never plan on winning.
You get to play.
I just have some fun. What's going on, Cameron? So, I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit. I do want to talk about Bourbon and Beyond and Kentucky Bourbon Festival just because it came up today in the chat. We are not going to either one of those this year, just to be clear.
Well, let's just
freaking go to it. Well, you're going without me? Okay, well, news to me. Breaking news. Mrs. Whiskey Bond
I
is
might.
going without
Who
me.
knows? A couple months away. No, wait. Is it this month? Next month?
September.
Okay.
So if everybody doesn't know, Bourbon and Beyond and Kentucky Bourbon Festival are big festivals in Kentucky. This is gonna be. I'm gonna be preaching to the choir right this because a lot of you guys are already aware of this and knowing about it. But for those of those that may be tuning into this later, watching the replay that don't know what it is, they're both bourbon festivals in Kentucky around the same time. Oddly enough, KBF Kentucky Bourbon Festival is the 5th through the 7th. Bourbon and Beyond is the 11th through the 14th. Kentucky Bourbon Festival is more specifically focused on bourbon, whereas Bourbon and Beyond is music and all things Kentucky.
Oh, that sounds more fun.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. It sounds like they're actually expanding it a little bit this year. The reason that I brought this up is it is a celebration of music, bourbon, and culinary arts, blending world-class performances with Kentucky's signature spirit and top-tier food experiences.
Oh, I want to go to that one.
That's the one that had Fred Minnick's face over it all over the one year that we went. We drove past. It was at the fairgrounds. Apparently this year they're actually going to be expanding into the Kentucky Expo Center, and that'll allow them to do a little bit more with some of the stages. They're also combining with another festival, Louder Than Life, I guess, that is just shortly after that on the 18th to the 21st. There's a lot going on in Kentucky.
Wow, September is packed.
Yeah, no kidding.
Where are they all within the same area or different?
Bardstown, the Kentucky Bourbon Festival's in Bardstown.
Right.
Well, the distance between Louisville and Bardstown. It's not too far away, but Bourbon and Beyond is in Louisville.
Oh, it's in Louisville.
It's a lot. It sounds to me like in the future we just need to move to Kentucky for 2 weeks at the beginning of September. We'll just go live there for 2 weeks. Or we could
just move there.
We could just move there. I like that idea, actually. It sounds to me like Kentucky might be going in a good direction. I don't know. Louisville just dropped their sanctuary city status, by the way. Side note. I just heard that on the news today.
Sanctuary city.
They were a sanctuary city. They're not going to do that anymore. They're like, we're going to back off of that. It's weird to me to take a very, and we're not going to get into politics, but it's weird to me to take a very left-leaning stance in a very right state. It seems like them good old boys and country folks in Kentucky that you probably don't want to mess with them too much.
But isn't Louisville pretty liberal?
Louisville's very liberal.
Yeah.
The city is liberal. But I think it's the only place in Kentucky that is. A lot more people at Bourbon and Beyond. Yeah, Bourbon and Beyond is freaking huge. I mean, it's the 11th through the 14th and the 18th through the 21st. They've got now indoor and outdoor spaces. It looks like basically a baseball stadium. When we drove, it was huge. Whereas Kentucky Bourbon Festival is like a city park.
Mm.
So still big, and I heard it expanding. But Kentucky Bourbon Festival is the 5th through the 7th, basically all day. I did find something I thought was interesting, and I don't know if anybody in the chat has actually done this, because I didn't know this was a thing. But I saw this and I'm like, ooh, because it had me at a watch. It says you get a special limited edition Oris watch. I'm like, what? Wait, what is that? Big Hob. Did someone say politics? No, we did not. What's going on, Rick? So what is the next phase in the Whiskey Bonnet experience? Well, we'll talk about that. I mean, we'll come back to that. Maybe someone wants to jump into the Discord and talk a little bit about it. So there are the top tier of the tickets. And this is crazy, but somebody must be buying it. There are only 24 of these available. You get a VIP
24
package.
tickets?
24 people. Only 24 people can buy this particular package.
Okay.
Okay. The VIP tickets include perks like early access, a private bourbon locker. For the price, it better be full of bourbon. Exclusive pours.
I was gonna say, is it just an empty locker you can store your bourbon
Lord,
in,
it better
or
not be.
are they supplying the bourbon?
Wait
in
till you
the
hear what the
locker?
price is. They better supply the bourbon.
Oh shit!
There'll be some
okay.
good shit too. You can cuss on this show, by the way. Look, Cameron seems to know about it. This is just wild to me. I mean, whatever. Exclusive pours, and for the Oris President's Club, a 3-night stay at the Trail Hotel, a limited edition Oris watch, and access to Brindiamo Penthouse. Does anybody know what the freaking Brindiamo Penthouse is?
And what is the Trail Hotel Motel? I've been in that area. There's not many nice places to stay.
Maybe you just have to be in the President's Club to know.
Is it one of those roadside motels? Like,
it does seem that Bardstown in general has got a lot of small, kitschy little cool, which is fine. Historically, it works out good. But you want to guess how much the package is? I mean, Oris watches, to give you a hint, Oris watches are fairly expensive. They're a couple of grand, $2 to $4 grand probably. You want to guess how much that package is? Just
12 grand.
Wow. Though this makes it sound like a bargain then. $69.95.
Oh.
For $6,995, you can get a bourbon locker, hopefully full of lots of good bourbon.
Do you get to take the bourbon home?
I would hope so. But that becomes a problem if you drink it there, make it an
Right.
open bottle.
Well,
I mean, the boys have
16
traveled with open bottles.
I don't know. For 7 grand, you can fly there, put yourself up in a nice hotel, and buy a bunch of good bourbon.
That's true. You can fly first class, put yourself up in nice. So
Mhm.
somebody's answering the question. Devin's answering the question. Trail Hotel is a new hotel that just fixed up high-end bourbon trail experience. I think I saw that. It's basically a hotel that was fixed up to be bourbon centered.
Oh, I think I may have seen, like, the lobby and the rooms are all kind of like bourbon themed. Like, there's
Yeah.
barrels for tables and stuff.
Yeah, there's a
that's the one I'm
fountain
thinking of.
in the lobby that's actually whiskey in the fountain. And they give you a little
You could
thief,
just
and you can
slurp out of it.
yeah,
Oh.
you can just get out of the That's not true.
One of our guys would end up in the fountain at the end of the night.
One of our guys would end up in the fountain. Tom could end up in the fountain and still walk around.
Yeah.
So Mike Alston says there's a lot of bourbon I could get for $7,000. That was your assertion. Big Hop, no, not Lasso Motel. We should go to Lasso Motel though. That's in Texas. I could get 2 Michter's 20s for that and a first class ticket for that price. And if you're not a fan of Oris watches, then who cares about that? I just thought that was
what
kinda
is this
interesting.
watch? Is it like a super nice watch?
I don't know. We'll look it up. I didn't look it up. Weren't set up for that. But I mean, Oris watches are
And you're
pretty
supposed to
nice.
have pictures pop up and stuff.
Yeah,
Where's a
listen,
picture
I'm
of the
not that-
watch?
I'm not. Listen, I heard Howard Stern's getting his radio show canceled, and one of the things
Yeah,
that they said,
did you see that?
he has a staff of 95. You give me a staff of
Holy
95, I'll snap
crap.
up all kinds of pictures for you.
95 people for a radio show?
Yeah, you give me a staff of 95, and I'll just go picture Oris. Let's go.
Why would you even need 95 people?
I don't know. That's a great question. That's a great question. I don't know how you would use 95 people.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, one person for each key on the keyboard. Right? Just
Wow. Okay.
okay. Rick would just stay in the lobby. That's true. If there was Whiskey Mountain in the lobby, Rick would stay in the lobby. I want to. This is really super interesting. We'll go back to that one. I'm doing this as we go here on the fly. And if is anybody trying to get into the Discord? Nobody's into the Discord. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. I'm gonna keep an eye on that Discord because there's a link in the video. You can go into the Discord room and we'll be able to put you on video and see and hear you. That could be fun. I'm just saying.
Could be dangerous.
Could be dangerous.
Make sure you're wearing pants. Well, I guess if we
Or-
don't see you
Or have
down
your camera.
below, it's fine.
Perfect. No penises on the live, please. I don't have the technology or people to edit that out yet. So that I can get
You
really-
need a staff of 95
really
to edit the
awkward.
penis shots.
Oh my god. Could you imagine? No, don't
Maybe
give me
one of
ideas.
those guys that's his job. He just blurs out penises.
We're
What do
only.
you do on the Howard Stern show? I blur out
I'm the
penises.
penis blurrer. Look,
It's like the
Astro.
guy that mops up in those special little like
Oh, gross! The
what
guy
are
that
they
cleans
called?
up in the
Those
strip clubs.
no, not the strip clubs. You know those little rooms you go into that little window pops
The adult
up?
theaters.
Yeah, no, not
Yes, that
no.
is what
Yeah.
yes, that is
Whatever.
what
The
you're
peep
talking about.
shows. There's a guy with a mop and a bucket that
Listen,
goes around and
the adult term is adult theaters.
they're a peep show.
Peep shows.
Yeah.
Somebody's saying there are only 25 people in the chat and we're not doing much. Astro, listen, it's not the size of the viewership, it's the quality. And you guys are all top notch.
Well, apparently there's somebody competing with us
What's up,
tonight
Pete?
that must be bigger than us and more
Well,
people want to listen to.
He's probably giving away bottles, and I get it. You guys want to go over there and do bottle giveaways. I mean, if I have to buy your love, is it really love? That's all I'm saying. So, I'm looking for a part-time job. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, because I thought this is really, really cool. I don't know about you guys, but I love these. This is the results of the Irish Whiskey Masters 2025 competition.
Okay.
Okay, I know a lot of this is like big deal, so what? And they do all these competitions all the freaking time. But I like to look at it and see what scored well, because I think it's one of those interesting examples of bottles that you can get every day that do really, really well. And I think there's some embracing of reasonably priced bottles doing well. And I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's some are on here that we're not very well known because it's a European. Cam's already thrown out Teeling. I do not know if Cam if Teeling is on here. I just kind of glanced over and thought this would be kind of cool. Yes, love is love even when purchased. Aaron, I'm sorry, buddy. If you've had to buy a lot of love in your lifetime.
Aaron, you'll make a great sugar daddy.
Yeah, yeah. I hope you got some bucks, buddy. Buying love can get expensive. I mean, quality love. So the hearts and stuff. So they categorize these into different categories. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Sazerac pops up on this a lot. I'm like, well, that's freaking weird.
Like Sazerac, like
Sazerac Company, because they do own Irish whiskey brands. They didn't do that great though, ironically. So not doing well, beating the Irish. So blended standards, gold is something that you guys probably aren't going to hear of, but
wait, I'm
what?
confused.
Go ahead.
Sazerac is an American company, correct?
Thanks, Raul. Sazerac is an American company.
How can they even be in a Irish?
Buy an Irish brand. Paddy's.
So
Paddy's
they
Irish
own
whiskey.
something in like a distillery in Ireland.
Correct.
They bought it out. Okay, got
Correct.
it. Sorry, I thought
It's
they're
okay.
producing stuff here, and I'm like, that doesn't make sense to me.
Nope.
Because it can't be Irish unless it's from Ireland, right?
Correct.
I mean, duh.
What's up, Raul? Thank you. Raul migrated over from TikTok. Raul, thanks for coming and finding us after I got booted unceremoniously off of TikTok. TikTok sucks balls. That's my official stance now. Of course, nobody on TikTok
Well,
is hearing
apparently they're protecting the children.
Yeah, that was a weird freaking thing to. If you don't get our newsletter, if you're a patron, you get our newsletter, or if you subscribe to our newsletter, you get a newsletter.
I looked into the background of why TikTok is booting Bruzel and Whiskey Bonded and all the
Those don't
different
really matter.
whiskey
Those don't really matter.
creators, and it's because they're trying to protect underage people from being exposed to bad behaviors like drinking.
Encouraging drinking. Yeah. How
Yeah.
about we just? I don't know. Don't show them that content. Is it really that hard?
Well, that's what I don't understand, because like, why can't there be an age thing where, like on, I'm pretty sure Instagram does it too. If you're below a certain age, you can't look at certain things, right?
You
You have
be
to put
able
in your
yeah.
age when you're signing
Yeah.
up or whatever.
I don't know how I feel about age verifications in general, because you'd have to have some way to verify age, but they should be doing, because I don't know how well it'll work, but they should be at least making an effort to do that, not just booting everybody off. And there's a lot of hypocrisy involved in it. So it's not okay for someone underage to come across an overage person drinking. Probably not okay. I get that. They should do something about that. But it's fine for them to come across an overage person shaking their ass in shorty shorts.
Yeah, that's totally
That's fine. Or, I don't know, car wrecks. I mean, there's a lot of shit on TikTok that underage people shouldn't be seeing, but for some reason they're all over the alcohol thing. I think it's because it's easy. It's easy. The
Well,
AI can
because
recognize alcohol brands. And
well, and it's the whole, like back, was it in the 90s or whatever, mad and, and
sure.
mothers against drinking and all, yeah,
Yeah.
all that stuff. It's you're right. It's easy to just go, okay, we'll just wipe away all the accounts that promote booze.
I do think they should ban people drinking, driving, and TikToking at the same time. That's definitely something they shouldn't allow. If you're drinking and driving on TikTok, they should boot you off. I think that's reasonable. The boys are making comments about parents keeping track of their kids. What's going on, Jeff? Drinks?
Well, that's what I don't get is when did we move away from parents' responsibility to raise their children and keep them out of harm's way, opposed to putting the ownership on, I don't know, the internet, content creators, teachers, the world, basically. It's like my kid is my responsibility, not
Well,
somebody else's.
when was Snapchat created?
Snapchat?
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's when it happened. When Snapchat happened. Yeah, Mike, we're gonna keep it lighter. Don't worry, we're going back to whiskey, but we just kind of talk about what we talk about. Nobody's feeling brave enough to go into the Discord. I see how you are, you big cowards. It's fine. So, back to the thing. So these are medals. These are Irish whiskeys that got medals in different categories. Blended standard, okay, is where your Jameson lives, right? Just a standard blended Irish whiskey, your bottom shelfers. So, Powers Gold label. Sazerac got a silver with Patty Irish whiskey. We haven't had that
I've
yet.
never had
I
it.
gotta try it. I know Powers is good. Jameson, regular old Jameson got a silver medal. But to back up something that I've been saying, and these are professional judges. These are obviously very, very intelligent Irish people. A gold medal was awarded to Jameson's Triple Triple.
Mm.
There you go. I told you that's my new favorite bottom shelf Irish every day.
I thought you liked the Black Barrel.
Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh.
I'm getting to that. Devin says, I need a haircut before I get on a live. Devin, it's not that kind of live, buddy. What about drinking, driving, and being on Discord? Rick? No. No. I'm going to say no. It's easy for
Gentle
parents to
parenting. Yeah.
It's easy for parents to give kids an iPad and not care. Yeah, I'm not going to call out somebody that I know for that. But
Yeah.
I do know somebody that does it a lot. Look. Oh, Mike, I would go on Discord, but then I'd have to get dressed. Listen, just from the waist down.
I don't think the guys will mind.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, see Mike backing up. Triple Triple's a great bottom shelf Irish for sure. Now, next category, blended premium. So I guess that's the next step up, allegedly. So better than Jameson. I do find it interesting that in this list is Jameson Caskmates IPA edition. Not a giant fan of that one. Personally, I would buy the Triple Triple over that, but that got a gold in the blended premium category.
Okay.
There's a couple of brands on here that I'm not super familiar with because I think some of these are Ireland
Specific.
Yeah, we just don't really see Lazy Ace Irish whiskey. And not sure about that one. Molly Malone small batch Irish whiskey. Not familiar with that one. McConnell's did pretty well with a couple of golds and also a gold Jameson Black Barrel.
Oh, there you go.
They also I'm gonna say I'm right on that, but they also had the Jameson Stout finish and Jameson Marsala edition.
I was gonna say I kind of feel like Jameson will kind of sweep the categories for Irish in general, right?
Well, Middleton, which is it's Irish distillers, but Jameson spot whiskeys, all of those, they really do an incredible job. I personally am a believer that basic Irish whiskey is better than basic American whiskey because they triple distill it. So your bottom shelf Irish whiskey, because of what they require in Ireland by law, is going to be a higher standard. You can put some much lower standard stuff in bottles here and get away with it than you can in Ireland. So I think it's pretty interesting. They
What
did
about
really well.
Tooth Tax? Didn't make the list.
I don't see Tooth Tax on here. Maybe we'll see it later in the list.
Not
Teeling.
for. Was there no category for little cans of?
There was no
Best little
category for Dramamine
can.
cans, which I'd like to call that out right now as bullshit.
Yeah, I think we should add that category.
I think
Pretty sure
this-
they'd be the only winners, though.
Well, maybe more people. Maybe it would encourage more people to do Dramamine cans if there was a category for Dramamine can. I think they should do a Dramamine can category.
But then
That's a
you would
great
be
point.
collecting more of them and shipping them from Ireland and paying ridiculous shipping costs for that. so.
Yeah, it's kind of expensive. I love them. Here's a Teeling is on there, Cameron. Your Teeling is on there with a silver medal for premium blended. It didn't do so good. and some other ones that I don't really know the that well. Oh, Grace O'Malley.
Wait,
Grace
what about
O'Malley.
that one I like? Tillamore? Tillamore?
Tullamore. No Tullamore in the first couple of, which is
Oh,
interesting. I don't know why that is. Tullamore is kind of considered a basic
yeah, but the one that's the
the Caribbean rum cask
yeah,
finish.
that one's
Oh, that's a
good.
good bottle of whiskey. It's
That is
cheap and it's
good.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding. So how about this blended super premium? It goes super premium, ultra premium, and then into the single malts, but super premium. Powers Irish Rye, which I thought was pretty interesting. I need to get a bottle of that. Irish Rye sounds super interesting. And then there's some Teelings, and there is a Tullamore here. The Tullamore Dew 12-year-old special reserve got a gold.
Okay.
Yeah, and I had that one. Well, actually, I think I have had that one. I think that's the kind of purple label one. I like Tullamore stuff. So then into the ultra premium. It's funny what one gold is a Teeling. Teeling's Explorers Series 15-year-old Japanese edition. I do think it's funny when you get these lists and there's something on there. I'm like, haven't seen it, probably will never see it, probably couldn't buy it if I wanted to, but apparently it's delicious.
Those are probably the ones that you find at like the airport duty free shops, in the special editions.
Maybe something that's available in Ireland. Uh, Tullamore Dew makes the best Irish coffees. Oh, that's a good assertion. Is there a bad Irish whiskey for Irish coffee? I think not.
Mm.
I think not. I do find
We
the
had
next
the
couple.
Keeper's Heart one, and that was pretty darn
Keeper's Heart was
good.
pretty good. What's up, Eric Mack? What's happening, man? We're talking about winners, some of the best Irish whiskeys right now, and then we're gonna go back to some other stuff that I was talking about. And somebody at some point is gonna jump into the Discord. I don't. Maybe not. Maybe no one will jump into the Discord. And
It's not looking like it.
it's not. That's fine. It's fine. At some point, we'll get
Guess
some
I
more
can.
callers on this thing, but I don't. It'd be cool to have a call-in technology just for voice, but that's something else we'll have to work on. Here's some other than the ultra premium, and these are some other ones that I talk about all the time. Jameson 18 gold,
Hmm.
Middleton very rare 2025 gold. Of course, I gotta imagine that Middleton very rare wins every year. It's the best Irish whiskey in my opinion. Jameson Bow Street 18 year, my personal favorite whiskey. That's the cask strength. Oh, I forgot to. Don't say where it's at. I
What?
forgot to get a hold of our friend that has a bottle of that and tell him I want it. Don't say
Oh,
where it's at. Because not very many of them. Someone will go buy it.
honestly, I don't even remember.
Good. Mike, it's not Irish, but I have an espresso bourbon for you to make a coffee out of. Ooh.
Oh, that sounds
Some of
good.
the bourbon creams are really, really good.
You know what the remember that we were at Westward and we had their coffee liqueur or something. That was pretty darn good. I think we still have
I think
some.
we have a bottle of that. I think we ever opened it.
No,
We
we
should open
tried it
that.
there and then we brought a bottle home, but
Yeah.
haven't
We do
had
that
it
a lot.
since.
Try
Yeah.
it. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I want to open this up for the comments. Keeper's Heart Irish and Bourbon is a good bottle for the money, Eric. I actually like that one a lot, especially if you're a bourbon drinker, because it's an interesting combination of the two. Not unlike the way that I like the Kentucky Owl, because this is actually a bourbon, but it is blended with in conjunction with Louise McGuane, who is an Irish bonder, and so it's got some Irish characteristics to it, even though it's not Irish. Um, just have an internet phone call. People can call in. We'll look into it. What were we talking about?
The Bow Street.
Yeah, Bow Street. Anyway, um, so and then it's got some single malt premiums, the Teeling single malt, and I find it kind of interesting. There is nothing higher than a gold. So it's gold and silver is all they're messing with in this thing, which I thought was kind of interesting because now a lot of the competitions are like platinum. I'm like, okay,
But can you give
stop.
out more than one gold?
Yeah. There's more than one gold. You just basically win a gold medal. There's quite a few golds in
Okay.
different categories, but when you get to single malt premium, because I think they're getting snooty about the single malt, there's a master level.
Oh,
Master. So in single malt premium master level, Teeling single malt.
that's who got master.
So all you Teeling fans, the Teeling did well in the single malt premium. In the single malt super premium, I never heard of this. Dublin Liberty's Copper Alley. I'm gonna have to try and find that. There is an interesting one. The Method Madness is on there, and a couple that I can't pronounce, so we're not going to go into those ones.
What do you mean? You don't know your Gaelic?
This one is a name that I'm gonna pull it up here because one of you guys is gonna know this. This one is a name that that comes up quite a bit, and I think it's Napogue Castle. I don't know. Kennapogue. Knappogge. Knappogue.
Canopago.
I close enough. Ultra premium single malt Glendalough single malt Mizunara cask is in there. We do have that bottle. That's a good one. I like that one a lot. And a lot of Teeling. It seems like Teeling did really well in these higher classifications, coming in with several master awards. Interesting. Method of Madness is really good. I think someone we know that rhymes with Schmoen might have some cool Irishy stuff he's trying to part with. Well, if someone would tell Schmoen to, like, I don't know, rejoin the chat, I don't know what Schmoen's been up to.
Schmoen hasn't been around much.
Working and racing. So he's working more because it's summertime
Schmoen.
and racing his cars. But he lives in a place that soon, in a few weeks, it'll be too cold to go outside because you could die. And then he'll be back.
And then he gets a break.
And then he'll be back.
Nice.
I hope he comes back. I miss Schmoen. He's funny. It's a great dude. Glendalough double barrel cask strength did really, really well. And then when you get to single pot premium, which is where I like to live also, that's where you get your Redbreast 12-year-old, your Jameson single pot still, Green Spot, which I gotta disagree with that. I'm not a giant fan of the Green Spot. It's like very green apple-y to me and just isn't, I don't know. I don't
You don't like that?
I don't dislike it. I don't love it. And of all the spot whiskeys, it's definitely the worst one. The least
blue?
good. Blue. I like the blue spot a lot. But you got a 12-year-old in gold, you got cast strength in blue, you got
Did we ever have the gold? I know we have it. I just don't know if we ever opened it.
No, because it's an anniversary edition and I've seen those. That store we were just in, the one with all the crazy prices and the stupid old stuff that I posted a post on Instagram for today, had it for $300, I believe.
Damn.
I did not pay $300 for that bottle.
No.
But seeing as I'm not planning on reselling it, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I don't know. I don't know about you, but it's weird for me I'll buy a bottle because when I saw it, I know I love the spot whiskeys. I know this. I saw the Gold Spot limited edition. I'm like, oh, cool, and it wasn't that expensive. It was like just over $100, so kind of.
Didn't we buy that at Costco?
I don't know, the 9-year Gold Spot.
Yeah,
and I haven't bought the 13.
It was around Christmas time. I remember that.
It might have been. I just didn't want to pass on it. But then I get that weird thing where I'm just like, I know there's never going to be another one. But if it's super good, it would suck that there's never going to be another one. But then I'm never going to get to taste it if I don't open it.
But I'm the same way because I make you not open certain things just because I'm like,
I know. I know. I literally went and bought a second Cowboy Bourbon 10th anniversary because you wouldn't let me open it. Yikes. Yeah, Michael said, I thought Green Spot was just okay. Giveaway. What do you want me to give away, Rick? I will tell you what I'm going to be giving away on Patreon pretty soon. Don't go away. We will do that before we leave. I've got it right here. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to be giving away on Patreon. Got to be a patron. We're getting serious about this. Let's finish this thing up. Single pot still super premium Redbreast PX edition. And I don't know, look at there, Blue Spot.
Oh.
So this is a great indication of you got to listen to your boy because these are some of the ones that I'm talking about. Those ones both got masters along with Lustow. Redbreast Lustow.
Wait, I'm surprised, or maybe I'm wrong.
What's that?
Oh, I'm probably wrong. Macallan is a Scotch, huh?
Correct.
Never mind. I was like, there's no Macallan on that list?
Nope. These are all Irish whiskeys.
I got it, yeah.
So let's single pot still super premium winner. We're going to have a little of this in honor of, I love this bottle. I think it's fantastic. If you get an opportunity to get the PX, let's drink it out of the old new whiskey bonded glasses. Which, by the way, we're going to probably get posted. Hopefully this week we'll get them posted. I'm
just waiting on you.
I know. Everything is always waiting on me. That's how it's supposed to be. I'm the talent. You see with the head shake. I love that you're on camera because people can see the head shakes and the eye rolls that I get.
Yeah, I looked at the camera too.
Yeah, look at your camera to watch Mrs. Whiskey Bond to react to my bullshit in real time. This is the master ranked super premium single pot still Redbreast PX edition. If you haven't had this, it's obviously Pedro Jimenez finished Redbreast. Fantastic bottle of whiskey. I love this. I'm a big fan of sherry finished. Cheers to all of you. Ooh, I love. Now, if you're not a fan of sherry finishing or those deep, rich grape notes, that fortified wine essence, don't buy this. because it definitely is very forward with that, and I like it a lot. But it's you're not going to get around it for sure. I will call him out on one bullshit thing though. Redbreast cask strength, 12-year cask strength, only got a gold. That's garbage to give a master to Lustow and a gold to Redbreast 12 cask. I don't agree with that at all. And then your red spot, and the Redbreast 10-year-old distillery edition. Why are we not getting those? Those both got master awards as well. And apparently the best whiskey of this competition, which got the master and the taste master awards, are Redbreast Quattro Morelis edition. I have no idea what that is. I put it up there, Quattro Morelis edition. No clue. It takes forever for it to focus. There it is, right at the top. That was apparently the best whiskey in this competition, but it's a Redbreast. Better than Redbreast 27. Apparently, that's bullshit. This competition seemed to think that Red Spot is better than Redbreast 27. Now I'm just going to throw out everything out the window because that just seems everything that doesn't make any sense anymore once you go to that point. So there you go. There's your results of the Irish whiskey competition, Yakishmaka of some kind in Ireland. They were off to a good start and ended really, really badly there.
How do you know? You've never had it.
Yikes. What?
The one that they ended up with.
Oh, no, but Red Spot finished better than Redbreast 27. Ain't no way, as Noonie says. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. How'd the Mad Dog 2020 finish? Didn't make the list. Yes, that's garbage. That's garbage. So I do want to say.
Do you ever think those competitions are like totally unbiased, or do you think there's some like, hey, I'll slip you a little something under the table?
I think there's some bias in who's allowed to get into the rankings
Mm-hmm.
because there is decisions regarding that. You can't just send in, hey, we're some random ass, Irish whiskey distiller. But and I'm sure there are contests where you can do that. Like old Fred Minnick takes all kinds of crazy stuff. But no, they typically do them blind. I mean, and who knows? There may be some shenanigans, but they typically do them blind where you don't know what it is, and they do the rankings and then maybe category.
Because sometimes I wonder, because I think back to like, working in corporate America and like, we're the best company to work for. That shit is all paid for, by the way, just so you know.
Yeah, don't believe that. That's
number
garbage.
one ranked by our employees. Bullshit. It's paid for.
Well,
so that's why I just wonder like how legit these things are, or if you pay enough, you get your stuff higher up on the list kind of thing.
I think the rankings in general are probably pretty legit, but you can hedge the bets a little bit by who you allow in, how you categorize them, and how you disclose it to the people that are judging. But I think for the most part, they're probably fairly credible. I think there's just too many of them. Slotman is actually in the chat. We'll bring Slotman in here in a minute. Cam, stick in there. Stay in there. Don't go anywhere. I will bring you in here in a minute.
Yeah, Beefy McMahon stick. Same with anything on Forbes article. Yeah, it's all.
Yeah, a lot of those Forbes and even like Uprocks and those. You guys, it's a publication for clicks, for readership. They have salacious headlines. And yeah, some of the stuff is bought and paid for or summarized using AI. There's all kinds of anything.
Well, it's
Google top rankings.
Much like if you got paid to do a video on something, a bottle of whatever, right? Well, you're not going to talk shit about it because you got paid for it, right? So you can't, I mean, you wouldn't, but I'm saying some people have, and we know some people that have gotten paid that will like, say really good things about something that's not that great.
And then talk shit in public behind their backs.
That happens.
That happens.
But
that happens.
So it's like, if it's paid for, I have a hard time taking that opinion as like something that I should really like consider,
Well, and they're not going to disclose in these types of things with this particular contest whether the entrants had to pay to get in. I probably not, but you never know. There's going to be those sponsorships, grease into the palms. We'll go ahead and sponsor this hall or that room or this commercial event or whatever. I mean, I'm sure it all goes into it. Everything is cheddar. Just to be clear, this live brought to you by Redbreast. No.
Yeah.
Wait.
Look how when those influencers for like skincare companies get sent to the Bahamas for a week and have their whole vacation paid for, it's like, you don't think they're going to push that brand more than others, Yeah,
listen, I've been very clear about, like, we've really not been paid to do a whole lot of stuff. We get a lot of things, but I'm pretty honest about it with them and with you guys. But just to be clear, I'm absolutely for sale for the right circumstances. If someone wants to send me to the Bahamas to live on a yacht for a week and talk about, I mean, I don't know, Fireball whiskey. I mean, listen, I'll talk about like it's the greatest thing on the planet. But then
I
I'll go on the
bet you it
Discord.
would be on a yacht. If you were sitting on a yacht, can you imagine just sipping on a little Fireball? You'd be like, man, this is the best shit ever.
I probably wouldn't get another sponsorship because that's basically what I would be saying is Fireball's the best to drink on a yacht. It's the best whiskey I've ever had on a yacht in Bahamas that somebody else paid for. But yeah, if someone wants that, please do. I'm always open to selling out for large amounts of money. But don't worry, it'll be a big number, y'all. I'm not going to sell out for small numbers. Big numbers. If Rolex wants to sponsor us, it'll be the only watch I'll ever wear, I promise. And I'll tell you it's the greatest watch on the planet. I think that's reasonable.
I mean, hard to argue with.
Can
Rolex.
Can I shill for like non-whiskey things? That's to be something we'll have to talk about with the patrons. Can I shill for non-whiskey things? And you guys can see, probably everybody will see right through it. So the new Parker's Heritage. I want to bring this up because Tom's not in here, but Tom actually just won right to purchase, which is right to purchase.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that.
Right to purchase raffles just seem kind of stupid to me. I mean, it's still cool and it's fun, but like you win a lottery, but you don't win anything.
You have to buy it, yeah.
You didn't win anything. You really didn't. You just like, hey, okay, you can buy this.
I mean, that's how those Total Wine ones are too, right? You just basically win the right to purchase.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for spending, what is it,
at least
$500 for the year with us, or $5,000 or whatever you've spent with us. But hey, you won, but not really because you still have to pay for this. So give us more money.
They're basically just saying we're not going to stick it to you because you won this lottery.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we'd try and take your face off by overcharging you for this bottle, which I don't know. But the Heaven Hill thing came up. Cameron said he got a 24. That's correct. The new Heaven Hill 2025 just got released. The information got released. The 19th edition of the Parker's Heritage Collection, a rare, high-demand whiskey named after late master distiller Parker Beam. This year's release is a cask strength, 122.5 proof. Good start. Blend of 3 distinct mash bills. 15-year-old wheated bourbon. I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
11-year-old corn and 12-year-old rye malt whiskey. Aged separately in different rick houses before blending. 160 barrels. Bottled without chill filtered. Those all things all sound great. Release in September of 2025, so next month, with an SRP of $180, but it's expected to fetch over $500 on the secondary market due to its limited availability.
I mean, it sounds good.
Son of a bitch. I can't blame Heaven Hill. I don't even know if I can blame the stores. I really got to blame the buyers. I got to blame, and I mean, I guess if they got the money, I like to think in my mind, I like to close my eyes to think that these are people that are really irresponsible with their money. And they're spending their rent on a Parker's Heritage. But that's probably not what it is.
No.
It's probably some dude with enough money that it doesn't matter, and he just goes out there and walks into the liquor store,
right,
gives everybody the bird, and pays $500 for the Parker Heritage so that he can have it and you can't, and I hate him.
Well, look what happened when we were trying to get the Jack 14? No. Yeah, Jack 14. I mean, we went to this in the middle of nowhere liquor store that I'm sure people living around there aren't rolling in cash.
They're not rolling in cash. Nope.
And 3 different dudes popped in, and they did not look like, I mean, not that, some people have money and don't look
regular
it,
dudes,
but
regular cars.
But just like, regular hard-working, everyday, blue-collar type of dudes, and just dropped $4.25 like it was nothing.
Right. And the dude behind the counter was just throwing out numbers. How much is it?
That's the thing. It wasn't even a set price because we walked in. He sold it to the first guy for $4.25. Then he went to $4.75 or $4.50 or something, and then $500. I'm like, dude, we were in here the whole time. You just told the guy $4.25.
Oh, we should have put him on blast.
Yeah.
Wait, you just told the last guy $2.50.
Yeah.
Just started a whiskey riot. Isn't that a band? Anyway. Well, the last thing I wanted to do, let's see if we can bring in, is Slotman still in there? Let's see if we can bring Cam in. Do you get your headphones?
Yeah.
Okay, this is risky, folks. This is risky, but we're gonna try it anyways. We're gonna try and see if we can get Cam. Oh, this is a bad idea. But we're gonna try it. Okay, Cam, you got to turn on your camera. Cam. I'm gonna try and pull Cam in and see. We had the problem last time with trying to pull people in, and they're not sticking. Like
What do
not
you mean?
staying. It's not staying in the chat room.
I know nothing about that.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know why it works that way. So Cam is in. There he is. Cam is in. So Cam, can you hear us? Oh, can you hear him?
Cam, are you dressed?
Can you hear him?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay. Oh,
Cam, are you
hold on.
dressed? Are you decent? Okay, good.
Okay, so Cam seems to be. Oh. Okay, I love this. I love how we have the technical difficulties. Hold on, Cam. I gotta close this little stupid window with the video game advertisements so we can get you in here into the frame. That was something that Junior didn't tell me I need to be aware of. There you are. So there you go. There's Cam, a slot man in the chat. I got my look at how official I look.
Yeah, you're
I'm
like a real
basically Joe Rogan.
podcaster.
This is amazing.
I didn't want to leave you guys hanging. You talked about nobody joining the Discord chat, so I wanted to jump in there just to prove that it works.
Cam, we can always count on you.
It works. I can't believe it. It works. Cam, what's your favorite Irish whiskey?
Well, it's funny. I am actually drinking the PX that you.
Oh, look at that!
about.
Look at that!
But,
It's always fun.
I ran into something today, kind of random. I happen to have here. So this is a Redbreast 15.
Cool box though.
10-year-old Redbreast 15. This was poured in 2015. It was randomly on a shelf at a place I went to today, and it cost me $92.
Wow, seriously? I'm not going to ask you where you got it at because those are the kind of places that you have to keep underneath your belt. But that's a hell of a find, man. That's a good price for 15.
I thought it was a regular 15 until I got it home, and I was like, wait a minute, that box doesn't look right. And then I looked at it, and the date on the bottle is November of 2015 is when it was poured.
Cam, it literally looks like you're sitting in a liquor store now as you're talking to us.
I do what I can.
Wait, there is some debate as to Cam's
Cam shop.
Is Cam's liquor collection not being as extensive as it looks, but it looks impressive.
It looks very impressive.
This is now known as the Annex. So you have Tom's Whiskey Palace on the south side of town. This is the Annex on the north side of town.
Nice. Nice. You guys cover both ends.
So what's the last bottle that you bought? That Redbreast 12? Anything else you bought recently?
Well, as some of you that chatted with me earlier might know, I did end up picking up a couple of these today.
Ooh. One of those guys. Did you write my name on one of those?
Yes, I
Fantastic.
heard randomly that you might want one. So yeah, there's one earmarked for you. Actually, there's a place in town that I don't mind advertising for a little bit or shilling for, as you used the word earlier, called the Martini. On Wednesdays, Whiskey Wednesday, they do $10 pours of a special bottle until the second bottle is gone. Tonight they were doing this to do pours of that, and then they were actually selling it at below MSRP. And you could buy as many as you want. I talked to the owner today. He said he was doing it as kind of an FU to the people that had advertised it in town for over MSRP. So he went ahead and sold it for under SRP to us, and I might have bought a case.
Let's get the name of that again. So you're talking about in Las Vegas, because shoot, if anybody can go there and support, anybody sees this video at a later time and can support it. So what's it called again?
It's called the Martini.
So is this a bar or a liquor store bar, or what is it?
It's a bar and grill. They have wonderful food, great drink specials too. Actually, he's got a very extensive selection of whiskey. He's got the entire E.H. Taylor collection. He's got some. He's got Pappy. He's just got a great selection that you can get pours of, and they're actually relatively reasonably priced for what they are. I actually picked up like I said, a case of the Heritage, and then he had a store pick or a personal pick of a rye. Barrel proof rye at 130.9, I believe it is. So I grabbed a bottle of that as well. Just a great little spot, great deals, great specials. So if you're ever in Vegas, yeah, you should check it out for sure.
Nice. Well, I do have a question, Cam. Why the hell didn't you take me there when we were there?
Well, I wasn't in charge of planning. I had some certain things planned, like
Tom's fault.
Visit the Annex, for example, but there were other people that overrode that decision. So Michael's the only person that got to come see the annex. Next time you guys will get to come here for sure, though.
Well, it turns out I would have had time. I went off to the airport and then sat at the airport for 3 hours unexpectedly. So damn it.
That figures.
Could have
Sounds
been
about right.
Could have been at the annex. Well, because the journey between Vegas and Sacramento is so long and wrought with perils that they can't ever be on time. Southwest sucks balls. Just for the record, we'll put that on internet perpetuity.
Just so everybody knows too, on that same raffle that Tom happened to get his, I actually got an A. Smith Bowman cask strength as well. So
that's a hell of a win.
Buy that at SRP for that.
That's a hell of a win too. Because what's the SRP on that? It's about $70.
I think it was 89.
Ridiculous. I actually tried. I made a little pivot, little juke move to try and get one of those, and I must have juked myself out of my shoes because I was basically told. That was the actual answer I got. It was typed out in text though. No. Yeah. So good on you. That's a great little grab, man. That's fantastic. Congratulations. You must have had one of my lucky tickets in your. Anyway.
That had to be it.
Well, what time are we got? 7:30. Man, listen. Is there anything else, Cam, that you have the floor that you would like to talk about before I cut you off and finish this thing up?
Well, we didn't get a chance to do a live last week, and I don't know how much you want me to discuss about our activities on Tuesday of last week and what we picked.
Discuss away, man.
Definitely.
There's no secrets. Go ahead.
Connor had missed the boat and didn't even bring it up.
Yeah, so we were at another one of my favorite spots here in Las Vegas, Liquor Lineup. Sal's amazing people. He's the owner. He hosted us to do a pick with rare character, and I know there's some pictures floating around in the world out there, but we were able to pick two amazing bottles. The highlight of which is a 20-year American Light Whiskey coming in at least probably 142. We're not sure exactly what it's going to be until they actually bottle it, but hazmat 20-year American Light Whiskey that was, of the 5 samples we had, head and shoulders above anything else that we tasted, in my opinion, and I think the group that was there would agree. We're also doing a collab pick with Liquor Lineup on a rye. SEG is the code, the new code for rare character.
Right.
And then Sal, like I said, the owner of the liquor store, he actually went ahead and purchased the other 20-year American Light Whiskey barrel that we tasted. So great trip. The group that was here was amazing. Great hosts. We also had another a special little experience, and Conrad, if you want to go into that a little bit, I'll let you, or if you'd like me to talk about it, I can do that as well.
Go ahead. It was a hell of a thing that Sal did for us. Please, man, go ahead.
Yeah. So for the kind of finale, as we were kind of winding down our pick and winding down our day, I'm not sure how many of you out there are familiar with the rare character single barrel or rare exceptional series that they just dropped. A Tennessee 13.5-year whiskey coming in at 156.66 proof. I think it's called Total Annihilation. Yeah. It's a gorgeous bottle. Comes with a little tracksuit. Pretty amazing. Also has a pretty amazing price, coming in at SRP right around $600.
Yeah.
Sal, the owner, after we hung out and had some whiskey and bought some stuff from him and just had a really great time, decided to give us a one-time offer if we were to crack the bottle there of $300 for that $600 bottle, which is actually well under his cost.
Wow.
So we couldn't get money out of our pockets fast enough to split that up between the 6 of us. Popped that baby open and had some pours of that, and let me tell you what, that is I don't know that anything's worth $600 SRP, but that's one of the best things I've had in a really long time. That was a phenomenal pour.
Yeah, it was one hell of an amazing thing to drink, and I actually handed some random guy, it was just some random dude in the store, and he was trying some of the single barrels. I grabbed a little of that and I handed it to him, and I said, here, try this. And he sipped a little of it. Oh, that's good. And I said, what proof do you think that is? He guessed 115 on a 156.5. So just an idea what that was like to drink. It was pretty phenomenal. In fact, I have a little bit.
Yeah, I tried it
here.
When you got home,
or
did? When Kenny came over and brought over. I think he took it home for you.
I've got a couple ounces of it.
And yeah, that was something special, and it did not drink like a 150 anything.
No,
not even close.
It's an amazing pour. The exceptional series that we've had have all been very, very good. So I mean, really, in general, Rare Character has got some incredible barrels. We were just having this conversation at Locksboro yesterday, and how good some of the rare character stuff really is. So, I mean, especially if you got a store that knows how to pick them. But I can only think of one thing I had from a rare character that wasn't really good, and it was good. So it's like you can't really go wrong, and they're not really priced that bad, with the exception of the exceptional series, which are very expensive. But the standard single barrel lineup at $100-$125 is there's a real value. Like you say that we were
worth it 99% of the time. Like you said, it's they're
100%.
almost always great. Every once in a while, you'll get one that's good, not great, but never less than good. In my opinion, from what I've
agreed. And I will tell you, and you guys will have to back me up on this because I'm not just tooting my own horn. Our 20-year American Light Whiskey is incredible. It's going to be a huge value. And in fact, I would probably put that up there with one of the best values in whiskey that you're going to be able to buy this year when we release that thing. It's going to be much closer to 100 than it is going to be to 200, and it's going to be an over 140 proof 20-year American Light Whiskey. And it's not all American Light Whiskey. It's got an amount of complexity and spice to it that I just don't know that I've really experienced much in light whiskey, even to the point of bringing it back here. And we sipped it against the Jacob's Pardon 18, which is a fantastic bottle, and I think it might be better for a lot less money. Yeah, I think it might be better.
Yeah.
I'll do a blind.
Excited when he said he had some 20-year stuff in that we were going to try, and then when we actually had it blind, first of all, I think we all knew it was the last two pours we had were the 20-year-old light whiskeys, but
yeah,
I did not expect it to be nearly as good as it was, and I think it's only going to be better by the time they bottle it for us. So it was an amazing pour.
Tim in the comments says I would love to do a barrel pick, so maybe let everybody know how they can get in on
Tim, it's a good point. So anybody that's in here live now, or anybody who watches this replay, one of the tenets, the things we do, and what Cam's talking about right now is because Cam is obviously one of our patrons, lives in Las Vegas, so was able to go with us. When we do barrel picks, we always take patrons with us. Most of the time, and as the Patreon's growing, it's getting harder, but most of the time we've been able to take everybody that wants to go. There are always some exception, but your odds are pretty good if you want to go on a barrel pick and you can make it out. But it's always going to be something we're going to extend out for whiskey bonded single barrels to have as many patrons as we can. And just so you guys know, I always push the limits.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time they do give us a limit of seats. Like they'll say, you can only have 6 people or 10 people. So we are kind of limited, but because some of them you would have to fly in for, not everybody obviously can do that.
Yeah.
So most of the time we get pretty much everyone in.
We're going to try, and we're going to do them in different places. We've done them in Texas, we've done them in Kentucky, and we've done them now here in California. We're going, we're looking at maybe going to Michigan. We're trying to do them around the country so we can get more people in from more areas. It's easy for us to be in California, but that will always be a tenet. And like I said, I always push it. If they're like, well, how many people can you have? And I say 22. No, that's an inside joke. No, I always push it and say, well, how many can I get? What about 10? What about 12? And then we peel it back. We had like 18 at Old Louisville. We had 12 at Redwood Empire. We had to limit it to 6 at Rare Character.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really up to the distilleries and how much they want to do and how much they can pour for us. But we'll always try and get as many patrons as we can. And we'll never do a whiskey bonded pick without the patron. So yeah, Tim, if you want to, that's the long answer to your statement there. Tim Phillips, go to whiskeybonded.com, check out our Patreon, and think about joining any level. We extend that to all levels of paid patrons. And at this point, pretty good odds. Yeah, Ciastro, we are looking. Look at Ciastro. If you're not a patron, you really should think about getting into the Patreon because we do have a single barrel, a Michigan single barrel, already lined up and committed. I'll just tell you what it is. It's a 10-year Joseph Magnus, which I'm super excited about because we're only doing 75 of them. I feel super honored that we got one. And we're at this point we're planning on going to Michigan, but we're still working on that.
Oh, news to me.
At this point, I'm still planning on going to Michigan. Mrs. Whiskey Bonnet is going to have to work on that. That's probably more accurate.
I was working on it 2 days ago, and you never gave me a definite answer. Yes. So don't put it on Mrs. Whiskey Bonnet.
Yeah. Well, Cam, listen, thanks for joining us, man. I appreciate you jumping in and saving us from total, complete embarrassment of not having anybody come in to the Discord.
And look how nice Cam is dressed too.
I know.
He really
dressing well. The lighting is good.
I thought maybe there'd be a chance for me to be a guest host or a guest on the show, the best show in whiskey. So I had to look good.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. You nailed it. Absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
First class showing, man. And I appreciate that.
Talk to you later, Cam.
All right, brother.
See you guys later. Thanks.
So that actually worked pretty well.
Yeah.
That worked pretty well. Cam, thanks for coming on.
Cam's
Man,
a great
Yeah.
little sidekick to have on the show.
he does have a presence. I wonder how many people we could get on this at a time. Yeah, Rick says you're on Mrs. WB. You're on a need to know basis. Yeah, yes. Please, as Kenny said there, please smash that thumbs up. And I want to go over one last thing before we let you go. And I would try to keep these things to about an hour because I too tend to ramble on a bit.
Mm.
It helps that there's not as many people in the comments because I'm not trying to answer a bunch of questions.
Yeah.
The TikTok was chaos. And I forgot to dual stream to Instagram tonight. Sorry, Instagram. Whatever. I'll post this on Instagram so people can watch it. Oh, by the way, we crossed over 30,000 followers on Instagram today.
Woo!
Whoopity-doo.
Finally.
Yeah. What does it mean? Nothing. But it's fun. It doesn't mean anything, but it's fun. I got
It
some
means
information.
you're sharing your love of whiskey with more people.
I know. It's cool. Do I want to have 1 million people on Instagram? I do. But am I sad that we have 30,000? No. I'm not sad about that at all. Do I feel
No.
different now that we hit 30,000 than I did at 29,000? No. I feel the same. I feel about the same. My head
I think it's
not
great.
any
Thanks,
bigger.
everyone.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I think it's very, very cool. We had a video go pretty good. We had a 1 million view video pretty recently. That helped push us
Every
over, but-
person counts.
Hell yeah. No, we have a great following. I think we have some of the best following that there is. Everybody's super, super legit. And everybody we've met, like, we've had new patrons come out to things and show up for the first time and be really cool people. And I encourage people to do that. Become a patron. Come out for something. Meet the guys. Have some fun. I'm always down to meet new people and have new people around.
Yeah, Redwood Empire. We had a couple new.
We did have
show.
new people at Redwood
was
Empire.
great.
That was fun. I hope it was fun for them too. I really do. And those people that were at these picks need to make sure that they are staying in touch with me and letting me know, because we will absolutely make sure that you guys all get plenty of access to whatever it is that you picked. You got to have the bottles that you picked. The last thing I want to go over is I got some interesting sales data for Diageo. Okay. Specifically, it was they said the parent company of Bullet Bourbon reported their year-over-year information. I think this is just interesting because in the context of all this conversation we've been having about how much is out there and this glut that is coming, and everybody's talking about how people are giving up on the younger generation isn't drinking, and I've said a couple of times that, well, I feel like that's bullshit. I feel like it's bullshit that the media is feeding us, because they said it's, well, because of Ozempic and legal marijuana, and people are switching to other vices, right? And I've said,
I mean, I kind of feel like that's true, but
Well-
maybe that's just anecdotal. I don't
it's
know.
interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some of it may be true. I mean, some of it may be true. There may be some weird freaking young ass people out there that are switching. They're not drinking, and I'm not encouraging of excessive drinking, but I think all things in limitation. Everybody has vices, and I gotta say, I'm not so sure that taking a whole bunch of Ozempic is any better for you than having a little bit of alcohol here and there.
Well, Ozempic has nothing to do with that. What happens is people that are trying to lose weight, and specifically, I think a lot of women nowadays are taking Ozempic to lose weight. But in doing that, you don't really want to drink on it, and you don't really eat on it either. So that's how you're losing weight. So it's like, that's a separate thing. But I feel like with the, new wave of the CBD drinks, THC drinks, the, gummies and all that, I think maybe, more young people, and just those seltzers. I mean, the seltzers have blown up huge.
Yeah, ready to drinks.
Yeah.
RTDs, as they call them. I mean, there's always something to be said for that. I mean, alcohol trends tend to evolve and change to what people are into. I mean, whiskey almost died at one point in America just because of favorability and nothing else. People just weren't drinking it.
Wine is down now.
Yeah. Well,
Wine is kind of the old generation thing. Not a lot of young people are getting into wine, and a lot of wineries are talking about that, how they've seen a decline, in the consumption of wine.
well, I want you to suspend your disbelief for a minute.
Okay.
So, for everybody that's watching this, you're getting all the same things that Joanna is saying right now about their sales, overall whiskey sales, and what's going on with whiskey sales. And yes, there are some declines. This actually says that Diageo overall saw sales increase, only 1.7%, small, with a small profit decline. But we're talking about sales because I want to look at actual total consumption. There were some brands and some things like Don Julio and Crown Royal, which is interesting. Overall, whiskey sales dropped by 7%
Mm-hmm.
from Diageo, which Campari reported an 8% drop.
Okay.
Okay, so it sounds like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So I'm like, okay, well, it's definitely dropping, right? Okay, maybe. When you look at the historical, and I actually pulled this, when you look at historical sales for Diageo specifically, and how it trended from 2021, 22, 23, 24, yes, it is down 2 years in a row. This will be the third year in a row that it's down.
I know where you're going with this.
I know you know where I'm going with this. It peaked in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at the actual numbers on what it is down by, what they sold, and what the actual total sales volume was, you were at 20.5 billion in 2022. 20 slightly less than that in 2023. 20.2 in 2024. So it's going down a little at a time. Another 8% of whiskey drinking went down. The total sales, it says it increased, but profitability went down. So your net sales went down a little bit. Profitability went down.
Well, what? Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say what I'd want to compare it to is pre-COVID sales.
That's
How does
exactly
that
what I
line
wanted
up
compare it
to what it is today? Because in COVID, we know booze skyrocketed. But so if you're comparing it to that, of course, it probably has fallen back some.
And that's what I'm suggesting that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2022, at the peak, it was 20.5 billion. In 2024, it went down to 20.2 billion. It's definitely a decrease. But in 2021, it was 17 billion.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, it was 15 billion. So you had 15, 17, 20, and now it's going down. But it's not like it's down to the 2021 levels. And if you take the little bump from COVID out of the way, if it went 15, 17, 19, 21, you're kind of on a slowed upward trajectory overall. And that kind of stands the pattern over the last 10 or 15 years where it, like the stock market, you might get a hard blip and then a down
But overall,
in route to an
right.
overall increase. And it seems to be like,
well, and also
maybe that's
that
what's going
company,
on.
what are you you're just singling out bourbons, or are you looking
No.
at their total? Because what else do they own?
Well, this is alcohol sales. Diageo owns all kinds of things like Don Julio and Crown Royal. It owns those things too.
I understand, but that's what I'm saying. Do they also produce the like canned cocktails and crap like that?
Well, this is spirits sales, so I don't know if they count ready to drinks in there or not. I don't know. I don't have that. But this just kind of and this to me stood out as an indication of the trajectory of alcohol sales. It's not down dramatically. It does look like whiskey sales are dropping slightly, but I think if I pulled all the data on whiskey sales comparatively, even an 8 or 7% drop, it's an 8 or 7% drop coming off of the peak. If you looked at the historical numbers, it's probably not really down at all.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what's up, Foolproof Hunter? It still stands to reason. I'm still going to stand by my prediction that we are headed to a whiskey glut. And even if sales volume, if total alcohol consumption continues to slowly settle and start to go back up again, it's not going to be enough to make up for the massive amount of aging whiskey that's sitting in distilleries right now in barrels. And we're still on course, in my opinion, to see a lot more cool releases at a lot more reasonable prices, more new regular releases that would have been special before, and better availability of some of the things that we all want to get. I'm still standing behind that 100%. So,
well, I think that's true. I mean, you see it already with just even the appearance of certain bottles that for the last, 3 to 4 years you couldn't even dream of finding on the shelf. Now they're just sitting there.
Yeah.
You can walk into any store and pick up a Blanton's, a Eagle Rare.
Those have all become very common.
You know, what's the yellow?
E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor.
E.H. Taylor.
Yeah, it's like they're everywhere now.
Yeah. I think on that, the last thing I'm gonna tell you guys is I will tell you what bottle it is I'm going to be giving away on Patreon. And I do want to make a controversial statement real quick. I had last night. We went and poured. We went and had pours at Locked Barrel, and I have the Michter's 10-year. You guys are not gonna like this statement. I have the Michter's 10-year bourbon, and a Michter's barrel proof rye, and I like the standard Michter's rye. I love the Michter's barrel proof rye. I've not had the Michter's 10-year rye, I think maybe once ever it's been a long time.
Okay.
So I got a pour of it. Wasn't impressed. I actually found the Michter's barrel strength rye to be way more compelling, way more interesting. I liked it a lot better. And I'm gonna have to try my bourbon again. I don't know if I like the rye better than the bourbon, and I love Michter's rye. It was delicious, but for a $250 bottle, remember when we saw it in the store and I didn't buy it?
Yeah.
I'm glad I didn't buy it. I would have been
Disappointed.
slightly disappointed to spend that much on it. When I got my last bottle of Michter's barrel proof rye for like $170.
That's
And
the one in the raffle, right?
Fantastic bottle. No, that's
No.
I don't even know what it is. No, it's a standard Michter's bottle in barrel proof. So
Oh, okay.
it's a controversial statement. So here's the bottle we're gonna give away on the Patreon this month. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna do it still. Probably do one of those things where you get the number of drawings based on your tiers. And the only reason I'm giving this away is shout out to the distillery for sending this to me. But I recently got a bottle, and these are really hard to get. I don't think it's even out yet. They might not even be out yet. But we're gonna give this away to a patron because well, I want to, and that's pretty much what we do around here. So this is a bottle of 13th Colony cask strength Southern Rye. That is a 120 proof. It's an absolutely delicious bottle. I'm gonna give this away to a patron for $1 to keep it legal. You're gonna buy it for $1 because that's what we do.
ABC regulations.
ABC, I see you. ABC, I see you. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give this away. If you're not a patron, you should think about becoming a patron. We're gonna give this away to a paid patron here this month. Shortly, I will put that up. It's a fantastic bottle of whiskey. Oh, Greg. Greg says you have nice hair.
Oh, thank you, Greg.
Thanks for coming by, Greg. Listen, it's not weird because you said love the live stream, bro. So
Yeah, as long as you compliment him, you can compliment me.
away.
No, thank you. That's so nice. We were
you
just
got me.
discussing my hair last night, actually, because I
You
used
got
to be totally blonde, and now I let my hair grow out to my natural color, and we were having a conversation about that.
And she was trying to trick me into saying that I think that she should dye it back to blonde, and I'm no fool, so I did not fall for that.
I was not trying to trick him. I was legitimately asking because I wanted to get his real, true feelings, but he won't really tell me. So
No, I
It
hear
is
it's
what-
beautiful the way that it is.
thank
So-
you. Thank you, Greg.
There you go. We'll wrap it up on that, you guys. Devin is backing me up on my Michter's 10 rye assertion. We're gonna give away this 13th Colony bottle. It's absolutely freaking
And he's got his
fantastic.
dollar ready. So
Get your dollars ready. I'm trying to get some for the shop, for Whiskey Bonded Shop, for bondedbottleshop.com. Too many shop names. Bondedbottleshop.com. I'm waiting to hear back. We were able to get some 13th Colony this last year that the patrons, if you're not a patron, you missed it. We got a cast strength, we got the maple. Big shout out to Hugh for helping me out with that. I appreciate that. And he's trying to get us the cast strength rye. We'll see. It does release middle of this month. So if we give it away this month, you're going to be an early grabber for that. So we will get that out to one of the patrons. That's going to be a fun one for me to give away. And thank God they sent me a box I can ship it in because it's the most ridiculous shaped bottle besides the Willis pot still. Rick needs a... What's up, Al? Joining us late, man. We usually only stay on for about an hour and a half. So we're going to wrap it up, you guys. Please smash the like. Sorry, Al. Please smash the old thumbs up. Click the share button and copy the link and do all that happy stuff to make sure that we get it out there. Not too many people watch these things, but we'll get there. We'll start doing some cool interviews, and then people will be like, oh, man, I've been watching the Whiskey Bonded Wednesday Night Live forever. I was one of the early guys, and we'll call bullshit because there's a record of it. You guys, thanks for joining us.
We won't call bullshit.
Any final words there, Mrs. Whiskey Bonded?
No, I think
flick your hair.
we went over everything.
No?
Thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. And yeah, until next time.
Oh, well, I'll join us next week. Join us next week, and maybe we'll have you on as a guest. We're gonna start lining up our guests. I'll start posting the lists of who's coming in as a guest. We'll post it as a free posting probably on the Patreon. I'll probably put it in the stories and stuff. We'll see. I gotta make some phone calls and line some people up, but we're gonna have some cool distillers and just some general people. No influencers though. We don't want to do that.
No, well,
I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Just joking.
They don't
Maybe-
like you anyway.
Maybe I know I'm not very. Why? Why don't they like me? I want to be liked by all the influencers.
You want to be part of their little clique?
Yeah, they don't invite me to parties. And I don't get invited to the costume parties and key parties and furry parties and whatever the thing they got going on. I don't know what it is, but I don't get invited. Hi, Brooklyn.
I don't think you want to be part of those parties.
What did I say?
I don't know.
All right, you guys. Thanks for joining us. See you guys back. Oh wait, are we here next week Wednesday? Are we in Vegas? Are we back in time from Reno? I mean,
Vegas.
Reno.
What?
It's the
No.
small one.
No, we won't be. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
We might be. I'm not sure. Depending what time we leave Reno.
It's gonna be up in the air. Maybe we'll be here next Wednesday. Maybe we won't be here next Wednesday because we're going to Reno for my father-in-law's 80th birthday.
Yes.
But we'll be in Reno. We'll be in Reno next Tuesday night.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
in the Reno area,
If
come
you're
hang
around,
with us.
if you're around, message me. Come out and we'll have a drink together. I'm always down for that. Very cool to meet people in public.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next week. Say bye-bye, Miss Whiskey Wanted.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, you guys.